But I am not going to justify what Peltus is doing, because she's just totally disrespectful to men, because she knows very well she's an adult. She knows she's playing a mind game. She knows Uguti, men are going to fall for her. Like I've said, that there is a man who can see Peltusi, the nakedness, the breast, the bumps are out and all of that, and then they can go to a toilet literally and just masturbate because of what they saw Peltusi do. There's a man on the crowd who can just literally pee on themselves. They can come there and there when Peltusi is on stage. So you see, Guti, she's already having the sexualication with all these people who are there watching her. So it is just sexual immorality. It is sexual immorality. So sex is not only about you coming on top of a woman and then penetration and all of that. It's not only about penetration. If you can intentionally make a man come by doing all these things that Peltus is doing, then you are evil. And why I'm going to say you are evil, because you know very well what you're doing. You know how men's mind work. When they see a body of a woman, they just switch. All of a sudden, what's in their head goes to the pants. What's in the pants goes to their head. And you know it very well, because we're dealing with a mature woman when we're dealing with Peltusi. It's not like she doesn't know what she's doing. You know what I mean? And if you think you're going to come and justify her to say, no, she doesn't see it that way. If she doesn't see it that way, the devil sees it that way, and the devil uses that. It's the devil's tools. You don't play with the devil's tools like that. So you are being disrespectful to our men. I'm not going to stand here and say she's been disrespectful to women because now she's exposing women's body and all that. No, men knows women's body, right? So she's disrespecting men because she's playing with their emotions. She's playing with their sexual organs, because obviously when they look at her, and we know, don't run away from this, is a fact. Do you understand? So don't pagamisa izinto zamadoda if you know you're not going to satisfy them. If you know you're not going to give them what you are promising with that act, because that act is a promise. You know what I mean? Yes. And I know there's a lot of people who come in to say, Peltus is Zulu. Actually, Zulu women always dressed like this in, back those days, culturally and all that. No, not Zulu women. Zulu girls. So there's a difference between a woman and a girl, and girls who were doing that in a Zulu culture were virgins who were never touched. They were pure. So they were allowed to show their bodies. I justify that. So Peltusi is not a virgin, 1. Peltusi has a child, 2. So she's not justified with this culture thing. So let's just scrape that out of the way. And then other people are justifying her using other celebrities. Like your Rihanna has done it. Your who's this? Your Sierras has done it. So why not Peltusi? She can be comfortable in her own skin, and why not, and all of that, and right. So now Kokoma we know a lawyer, so we must lawyer, because now somebody else is already doing it. Now it's right. We can all do it. We cannot justify Peltusi based on Rihanna, because we all know which team Rihanna plays for. You know what I mean? So we are not going to justify one act of a woman who's being disrespecting men to say others has done it. You know what I mean? You do not justify a wrong with another wrong. That doesn't make it right. Do you know what I mean? Yes. So you are using the devil's tools, or you are allowing the devil to use you as a tool to attack men. You know what I mean? Because now you are going to say, oh, men are weak. Oh, by the way, men are this. Let us respect men. We know when they see women's bodies, they just switch. When they see women's bodies, they just become something else, So let us just respect that if we want them to respect us as women. That's what I'm saying. Do you understand? You're not going to be all sexual immoral and then we are saying that you are sexy. Sexy does not mean that now everybody must see your breast. It's not how it works. Okay, so all of you shame, all of you who are justifying what Peltusi was doing. What Peltusi was doing on that stage, she was sexualizing all of the men who were watching her. And let me tell you this, that video is not going to die because the internet does not forget. You know what I mean? The devil is going to use that video over and over and over again to destroy men. All thanks to you. How are you feeling now, Pearl Thusi? I hope you feel very happy because now you're going to get a crown from the devil for doing the good work. Well done, girl. You see, Uguti sex is not only about penetrating. Just because the man is not on top of you, you think it's not sexual. It is sexual. You were doing sexualization with the crowd. If you had 30 people watching you, you did it with 30 people, Pearl Thusi. If you had 1,000 people watching you, you did it with 30 people. And guess what? We are counting also the people who are going to see your video and then visualize you and then come. People who are going to see your video, visualize you and go and grape somebody because you are not there. Now they're going to do it on somebody else because they saw you. You see? So you're making another woman a victim of grape because of when you think you're sexy. How about that? Like I'm saying, you guys, I'm not justifying men doing grape, but I'm not going to justify Pearl Thusi doing injustice to men. Let us respect our men. Let us not take advantage of them. We don't want them to take advantage of us. Let us not take advantage of them. We know their weak point and we're using our bodies to attack them. We know exactly how to poke them and we're doing it, we're using it. Why is it right for a woman to be sexualizing like that, but yet it's wrong for a man to grape? Because Pearl Thusi has done it. He has graped all the men who were watching her. Because they came, some of them. They did. Believe it or not. They're not going to come here and say, oh, I came because I saw. They're not going to do that, but we know they do. What's going on? How dare you justify an evil act? It's an evil act. The devil has done his job. He has done his job. Now to all the women out there, when God chased you out of the Garden of Eden, He gave you some clothes to cover your body. Eve, now cover that body. Okay? There's a reason why God gave you clothes to wear before you just walked out of the Garden of Eden. Because He knows that you want to use your body again to deceive Adam once again. Now, cover the bloody body. Well, I understand. Huh? Eve, please, let us respect our men. Ne? Yes. So it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I have for now. Do leave a comment and letting me know what you think on the comment section below. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for listening.